Welcome football fans, my name is Kwabena from Football Xstream. This is our latest episode and we are here talking about the Champions League draw. Now if you haven't noticed by now, the Champions League group stages has been planned. Groups A to H have been filled out, all the teams have qualified, and we are now going to be making this video about how the groups line up. So in Group A, Ajax, Liverpool, last season's losing finalists, Napoli from Serie A, and Glasgow Rangers from the Scottish Premier League. That is a tight Group A. That's probably, many people will think Liverpool will be the favourites, and then it's going to be a dogfight for second in the group. Group B, Porto, Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Club Brugge from Belgium. We've got in Group C, which many might say is the group of death. We've got Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Victoria Pilsen. In Group D, we've got Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham Hotspur, Sporting, and Marseille. And then if you go over to the second half of the groupings, we've got AC Milan in Group E, along with Chelsea, Red Bull Salzburg, Dinamo Zagreb. And then in Group F, we've got the Champions League winners of last season, Real Madrid, RB Leipzig of Germany, Shakhtar Donetsk, and as well as Glasgow Celtic. Group G, we've got the champions of the Premier League in Manchester City, Sevilla from Spain, Borussia Dortmund, Copenhagen. And then finally in Group H, we've got PSG of France, Juventus from Italy, Benfica from Portugal, and Maccabi Haifa from Israel. That makes up all the groups in the Champions League group stages, and we're going to just be speaking about some of the highlight matches, which includes some of the big headline games, which is Bayern Munich and Barcelona, as well as even Inter Milan in the mix. So we're going to just be looking straight into the groups right now. Obviously, one of the highlights in the group stage matches is going to be the grudge match between Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Don't forget, each team in each group plays each other twice, meaning Barcelona, who have Robert Lewandowski, who left Bayern Munich under a cloud when Bayern Munich were trying to purchase Man City's current striker, and now they couldn't get him. Robert Lewandowski leaving the club and then going over to Barcelona. So now these two teams are the headline attraction in the group stage. So those are going to be two epic encounters. I'm sure Robert Lewandowski is going to be out for blood to make sure that he proves a point against his former club. Don't forget, this, in my opinion, is probably the group of death, with Inter Milan also waiting in the wings. So there's going to be two big games, or maybe even three big games, because the Bayern Munich versus Barcelona game, as well as the Barcelona versus Inter Milan game. And then you also look at the Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich game as three epic ties where the group is going to be decided. And then you've got the swing team in Victoria Pilsen, who probably by the end of this group is looking at 6 defeats. Who knows? But they could even be a banana peel team for one of the teams that might slip up and then probably also cause a factor in how the group shapes up. If we look again now to Group E, with AC Milan, the Italian champions, and former European champions Chelsea, those are the two teams that are headlining the group. And you would think that they are the two teams who would probably walk away with the group. But then Red Bull Salzburg is also in there, and they might want to challenge for a first time appearing outside of the group stage and making it to the last 16. Dinamo Zagreb is also there, and even them, having not been in the Champions League for some time, they're probably going to come in there and hope that they become a banana peel team. Liverpool, last season's losing finalists, head up Group A in the tournament. And they've got Ajax, a team that has just recently lost their coach, Erik ten Hag, to Manchester United. And unfortunately, Manchester United is not going to be in the group stage, but Ajax is currently under a rebuild, having lost some big players in the transfer window, and could still possibly lose a player to Man United before the end of the transfer window. So who knows what Ajax team is going to be showing up in the Champions League under all these circumstances, new coach and new players needed. But Ajax has always been known as a team of youth, a team that always pumps in the bloodline in terms of young players coming in and just boosting the game. Napoli are also going to be hoping that they're going to be one of the teams that make it through to the next round. So this group is going to be full of danger. If Liverpool think that they're just going to walk over these teams and repeat a finals appearance, it's not going to be the case. Because as they have started very poorly in the Premier League, having drawn 2 games and lost their third against Manchester United, they haven't really been playing up to par. But having won 7-0 against, not 7-0, 9-0 against Bournemouth, things are looking up for them. So they might be looking as a team that is back on track and meeting expectations again. Glasgow Rangers, by the way, are back in the Champions League for a long time. And also, I think that if I'm correct in the stats, it's the first time in 18 years Glasgow Rangers and Glasgow Celtic are both in the Champions League in the same season. So they're back in Steven Gerrard's former team. So it's going to be quite interesting to see when Liverpool meets Rangers, both home and away, where Steven Gerrard's loyalties lie when that game happens. Napoli in the Serie A will be hoping that this is going to be the season where they take that step, because they have always been perennial qualifiers in the Champions League, but never really making headlines. But let's see how Group A shapes up. You guys can tell us right there in the comment section below. What do you think is going to happen in Group A? What do you think is going to happen in Group C? Tell us who you think is going to walk out of those groups into the last 16. Now, if I look again to one of the other headline groups, you might find that Group G with Manchester City, Sevilla from Spain, Borussia Dortmund from Germany, as well as Copenhagen from Denmark is also going to be one of those groups where it's going to be tight and also a struggle, as Manchester City are widely expected to go through the group stages and probably at least in the bare minimum by their expectations to make the Final Four. Sevilla are perennial good qualifiers in European competition. If it's not the Champions League, they are walking away in the Europa League, winning title after title. So you can always expect Sevilla to come in and do well in this tournament. So I would say that, in my opinion, Sevilla would come second after Manchester City, and Borussia Dortmund would probably be making the Europa League next round. But let's see. Football, the ball is round. You can't always just predict it as an exact science. Anything can happen. So we welcome your predictions. Let us know what you think is going to happen in the group stages here. And then finally, I'm just going to be just rounding off here in some of the other headline games. But in Group E, we've got AC Milan and Chelsea, 2 former Champions League winners. Chelsea 2-time winners, AC Milan 7-time winners, and that's going to also be the headline in Group E, with Red Bull Salzburg and Dinamo Zagreb also be there trying to probably fight it out for the Europa League spot. Don't forget, the third team in each group qualifies for the Europa League knockout stages, so there's also something to fight for and coming third. And then finally, PSG headline a group with Juventus, Benfica and Maccabi Haifa. So PSG are probably widely tipped to win this group. Juventus, a bit of an unknown quantity, serial winners in Serie A, but last season had a bit of a dip. And so it is unknown in terms of what to expect of Juventus coming into this season. But I'm sure even with that uncertainty, they probably are hoping and making sure that they will qualify in the top 2 and just go through. So let us know what you think is the headline matchup in the group stages. Don't forget, it's a World Cup year. This year, the World Cup is in November. So the Champions League group stages is going to be condensed and have all these games done long before the World Cup starts. So the World Cup starting in November 20, the group stage of the Champions League will be completed before that date. So there is a lot of football between now and the 20th of November. So keep your eyes peeled. Football Xstream will keep you notified, keep you up to date of what is happening in the Champions League. So that has been our roundup of the UEFA Champions League group stage draw. And it's going to be one exciting tournament this season. So stay tuned with Football Xstream. We want to give you all the updates. The Xstream team is here all season long. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel, like our videos and comment. We want to know what you're thinking. Let us know who you think is going to win the Champions League. Is it going to be Liverpool? Is it going to be AC Milan? Is it going to be Bayern Munich? what is gonna happen when Robert Lewandowski steps in the Allianz Arena to face Bayern Munich in the group stage, and what's going to happen when Bayern Munich goes to Barcelona and face them in that match. So let us know what you think is going to happen when your favorite team plays in the Champions League. What are your predictions? Stay tuned to our next video. This has been Football Xstream. We are coming with another video soon. Stay tuned.